Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to show you how to make a fantastic side dish for either Thanksgiving or Christmas, which will be here before we know it. It's for my twice-baked potato casserole. Now you may have heard of a twice-baked potato. Those are also equally delicious. They take a little bit more work, but if you want to know how to make those, the link is in my description. But this is for those who want the taste of a twice-baked potato, but not all the work. These are 10 times easier. Let me show you how to make it. So the first thing you want to do is start with russet potatoes. Now, here in France, I cannot get russet potatoes. So if you're in the States, definitely use those. If you're also not in the US and you want to make this recipe, look for a potato that you would make mashed potatoes with. So I don't even really know what variety this is. I would say it's like a big Yukon Gold. Now, in order for our mashed potatoes to look just like the picture here, nice and smooth and creamy, we are going to be using a potato ricer. It is something that I have just been completely sold on. What we're going to do is cook our potatoes. We're going to then put them in this thing, pull this thing down, and little strings of almost rice, that's why I guess they call it a ricer, will come out of this potato. What that does is create the smoothest, most lump-free mashed potato. And I'm telling you, once you make mashed potatoes with a ricer, there's no other way. After you peel all of your potatoes, cut them in half like this, because you want to make sure that those potatoes can fit into your ricer. So like this. All right, couple of tips when it comes to boiling potatoes for mashed potatoes. You want to start with cold water. That way, all the potatoes come up to temperature at the same time, and it'll create a fluffier, more evenly cooked potato. And then number 2, make sure you salt your water. This will flavor your potatoes from the inside out as they boil. Now I'm excited. This year I am not cooking for Thanksgiving, and if you missed my how I pulled off Thanksgiving in France, I'll link to that below. It was quite the ordeal, but now I know where to get everything. No, this year I'm coming back to the States to spend Thanksgiving with my parents, and I am so excited. Then you're going to place these on high and boil your potatoes until they're very soft and tender. Okay, my potatoes are looking good, so now I'm going to show you how to rice them. Now at this stage, another thing you want to do is add your butter. So I have 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter that I'm just going to put in my bowl like this. So as I rice my potatoes, they're going to land on that butter, and it's just going to help it melt it. So you want to use a slotted spoon just to make sure you don't carry over too much water. You're going to put it in your ricer, and then you're going to press this thing down. This is also a fun project to get the kids involved. They love to just see the potato coming out of this thing, and then you can get them to just scrape it with the knife. See, and look at this mound of riced potatoes. This is going to be a lump-free mashed potato casserole. Then you can just stir it up and get all that butter combined with the potatoes, and then we're going to add 2 cups of whole milk. Then you're going to add 2/3 cup of sour cream. Now here in France, I can't get sour cream either. All these American things, it's been a challenge. So if you're outside the US and you want the taste of sour cream, you can use creme fraiche with a tablespoon of vinegar. I find that that is probably the closest approximation to sour cream. Okay, now for the salt. This, I think, is the most important part of this recipe, because if mashed potatoes don't have enough salt, they can be really bland, because potatoes just soak up the salt. And if they're too salty, that's not going to be good either. So I would recommend that you taste them first before you salt them, because we did add the salt to the water. I am just going to add a teaspoon of salt. But it's really to taste. I would just taste it yourself and see how much you think it needs. But it does help to salt them in the water, because that does give you a really great head start. Then you can also add a little freshly cracked pepper. Okay, now we are ready for our casserole. So I'm working with a 9 by 13 casserole pan, which I think is a really great size for Thanksgiving, because it will easily feed 8 to 10 people. This is a lot of potatoes. I would not worry about smoothing them out right up front. I would just get them into the casserole dish. Then you can smooth out your potatoes. So I have a 1.5 cups of shredded sharp cheddar cheese that I am going to put all over the top of this. And see, this is what you're going to do the day before. You're going to get all of this done up to the cheese part. I like to leave some areas where you see that these are mashed potatoes, so your guests, when they come to the buffet, they know what it is. So you're going to cover this with foil and pop it in the fridge with all your other side dishes. And then when your turkey or your roast is resting, we are going to pop this in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. Most of your other side dishes are most likely being reheated at 350, so I like to start there, and then I'll tell you how to finish it. Another thing you can get done ahead of time is cook your bacon. So I have 200 grams of bacon here, about 7 ounces, and we are just going to cook it up in our little skillet here. Usually I do 4 to 5 slices at a time just because you want it nice and crispy, and if you put too much bacon in the pan at once, it's not going to crisp up as well. I finally was able to find American style bacon here, and it has taken me so long. In case anybody needs to know, it's poitrine fumée. Just cook all of this bacon until it is nice and crispy, and then we're gonna drain it on a plate lined with paper towel. Then once your bacon is cool, you can go ahead and chop it up. So it can just be a rough chop. This is the bacon we're gonna put on top of our casserole with the melted cheese, just like a twice-baked potato. There, and then you can cover and refrigerate it, and you'll be all ready for tomorrow. Then the next day, keep your potatoes covered. We're gonna put the bacon on at the end because if we put it on now, it's gonna get too crispy and burnt while the potatoes heat up. So we're just gonna do that right at the end. In they go. My mashed potatoes are warmed through, the cheese has melted. Then we're gonna put our bacon on. So this is the fun, delicious part. You don't wanna be chintzy. So at this point, hopefully your turkey is resting and you don't have any other side dishes in the oven because this just takes like 5 to 10 minutes. So I like to crank it up, if you can, to about 375, 400, just to get that bacon nice and crispy and the cheese nice and bubbly. And it goes. And then once that bacon gets nice and glistening and the cheese is melted and you can see the potatoes kind of puff up a little bit, then you can pull it out. And then the final step is just to add either some fresh chives like I have here, or you can also add some green onions. There you go. And now you've got the most delicious side dish. All right, let's dig into this, shall we? Ooh, this looks yummy. Oh, gosh. Yum. This is so delicious. When you tell people you're bringing a twice-baked mashed potato casserole to Thanksgiving, they're gonna be so psyched. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think. And I'll see you back here in early December once I'm back from the States and we'll get to a few holiday recipes. All right, you guys, see you next time. Bye.